When this protest started, a lot of people were asking a lot of questions pertaining to why the NLC decided not to join the protest. That in fact, shouldn't the NLC be the one spearheading this protest in the first place? Why is NLC silent? So after a lot of eyebrows have been raised, NLC finally decided, after taking their sweet time, of course, finally decided to join the protest by writing a public notice to the president, saying that the killing of protesters should stop. These people are, in fact, exercising their civic responsibility. They shouldn't be shut down, they shouldn't be shut up just because they are carrying placards and protesting. People shouldn't lose their lives on the streets, on the road, while protesting. They also asked the government to take accountability for their actions. Those responsible for the killing of protesters should be held accountable. Those people should pay for their actions. They also listed several other, terms and conditions, like the fact that the government should, have a dialogue with the citizens, have an agreement, instead of, just sending police and soldiers to throw tear gas and guns. The government should make use of dialogue instead. And lastly, amongst the terms and conditions that were raised by the NLC is the fact that they want the government to cancel all policies that are not favorable to its citizens. They did not mention subsidy, but we all know the policy that they are all talking about, because in the forefront of this protest has been the issue of subsidy removal. The people have been saying that subsidy should be reversed until the government is actually ready to remove subsidy. But pending that time, the subsidy should be reversed. Obviously, when the president decided to announce or to the citizens on the day of his inauguration that subsidy was to be removed, the country wasn't prepared. There were no adequate policies, there were no adequate preparations in place, to cushion the effect of subsidy removal. The government thought that after pronouncing it, it would just be like every other day. He did not prepare that, the ripple effect of subsidy would, come, and then it's going to hammer on the citizens heavily. The citizens are the ones that are going to bear the grunt the most. I said all of that because I wanted to let you know that what the government did after the NLC announced all of these terms and conditions would shock you. But before we go into the details of today's news, if you haven't subscribed to this channel or this is your first time here, please kindly subscribe, like this video, leave your opinions in the comment section as well. You guys would not believe what the federal government did after the federal government has, tried severally to put this protest to a halt or to even stop the protest altogether. They were not able to do that. And then seeing that the NLC is about to join the protest, they sent the DSS to the NLC headquarters to raid their office. DSS denies raiding NLC national headquarters. The Department of State Service, DSS, has denied allegations suggesting that its personnel conducted a raid on the Nigerian Labour Congress NLC headquarters in Abuja. Newsroom Nigeria reports that this statement follows claim made by the NLC on Wednesday, which asserted that secret police operatives had invaded their office and whisked away certain documents. The union reported that the operatives arrived at the Labour House at approximately 8:30 p.m. The security operatives, some from the Nigerian police force, some wearing black t-shirts, presumably from the Department of State Services, DSS, and others on outright mufti, swapped on the 10th floor of the NLC and arrested the security operative on duty, and then commanded him to the second floor where he was asked to produce the keys to the offices. When he told them that he had no such keys on him, they broke into the floor and ransacked the bookshop on the second floor, carting away hundreds of books and other publications. The invaliding troop claimed that they were looking for seditious materials used for the End Bad Governance protest. The Nigerian Labour Congress condemns in its entirety this new law in security operations in Nigeria. The armed security operatives showed no legal document permitting them to invade the premises of the Nigerian Labour Congress in the ungodly hours of the night. Even in the dark days of military rule, NLC secretariats were never invaded and ransacked by security agents. Today is indeed a very sad day for our democracy, said a statement by the NLC's head of media and public relations. The NLC indicated that it could not quickly determine the full extent of items removed from its offices. Nevertheless, in a statement issued on Thursday, the DSS spokesperson, Peter Afunaya, clarified that its personnel were not involved in the disruption of the labor union's office. Good morning, dear friends. Please kindly note that the service, DSS, did not carry out any operation at the NLC office in Abuja. Afunaya said in a text statement on the agency's X handle. Since these events happened, a lot of people have condemned, this invasion. A lot of people have, commented. Even Peter Obi has, said something about it. But to me, I think it's really so sad that such a thing is happening in at a time like this, democracy era, we call it. If it were to be during the military regime, we would say that, oh, okay, this is one of the strategies used by the military men. But surprisingly, this is the democracy era. We are seeing, the rights of people being revoked because, number one, how can people go on protest and then you shoot tear gas at them and then you say that you are banning protests, you are not going to allow them to go out simply because you feel that the president has given a speech that you think should be satisfactory to its citizen, whereas the citizens are saying that no, that those are not, how you should address the issues that we are presenting before you. We need actions. We need, short-term solutions to this problem that we are facing, which is hunger. And then immediately you heard that the NLC is, also going to join the protest. You decided to go and ransack their offices, in the guise of looking for seditious materials. By the way, the NLC do not publish anything. NLC is not a newspaper. If they are gone to a newspaper company, will say, okay, probably there might be a seditious material in the publication process in the company. But I don't think NLC publishes anything. So why will you say that you are looking for seditious materials at an NLC office? Like, imagine that. This is where I'm going to draw the curtain for now. Let me have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Thank you very much for always listening and watching. I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.